Hello everyone and welcome to this video. My name is Bubs and today I'm going to go over my predictions on how sub-rogues are going to be in patch 7.3. The only change that I am aware of to this date is the Vanish nerf. Thieves' Bargain used to reduce your Vanish cooldown by 60 seconds. This was brought down to 45 seconds, making Vanish a 45 second CD instead of a 30. I think this was a good fix, since rogues were really strong last patch and the fact that they were more or less immortal with 30 second Vanish was a huge thing. This is a change that I saw coming, since either 30 sec Vanish or Gloomblade needed a nerf. But I think this is a step in the right direction, since no class should be immortal to begin with. Your damage and control as a sub-rogue is still the same. The Vanish nerf doesn't affect either of those, and the rotation you use to deal damage is unchanged since last patch. Symbols of Death into Shadow Dance, Cold Blood, Cheap Shot. With those combo points you Nightblade into a Mark for Death, followed with an Eviscerate, which you then follow with Gormo's Bite, you reapply Shadow Dance, then you Cheap Shot. That brings you up to 5, which you then Eviscerate with, into a third Cheap Shot, into a Shadow Strike, and Eviscerate. This is the max damage rotation for any target that isn't Orc or have Relentless. Since the way you deal damage hasn't changed at all, this will still remain the strongest opener. And your crowd control is also unchanged, meaning that you still have both your stuns in form of Cheap Shot and Kidney Shot, but also Blind and Sap. This means that you still have the potential to put people into huge CC chain, as you can see in this clip where I put the Shaman into a Blind, followed with a Sap. This is 16 seconds of CC and the warrior just dies because the Shaman didn't trinket. Playstyle wise it's a little different. Since Vanish is now on a 45 second cooldown instead of a 30 second cooldown, you have to put a little bit more thought into it when you use it. Before you could just throw Vanish on anything, regardless if it was saps, restuns or for defensive purposes. But now you actually have to think a little more when you use it, since you can get punished really hard for using it offensively. The playstyle change you're going to make will be to play a little bit more defensively. Be more aware of when the enemies have CDs ready, but also to pre-feint stuns so you don't have to use Vanish defensively, since you still want to use it offensively as much as possible. As we can see in the start of this clip, the Demon Hunter rushes in to double stun me and my priest. But since I got both Feint and Crimson Viola preemptively on this stun, I know that I'm not going to be the kill target for at least another 30 seconds until their stun DRs are up. And since the DK has popped Pillar of Frost already, I know that I'm going to be safe at least until I get my Vanish back. This leads to me popping Vanish after I'm out of down stacks for the extra damage, which also forces Darkness from the Demon Hunter. So for me playing very well defensively in the start of this game, I can safely use my Vanish aggressively because I know I can't get punished for it. Due to this, we can force extra defensive cooldowns from the enemy team. The best comp for a sub-rogue in 7.3 will still remain RMP. Alternatively, you could play Rogue Boomkin or Survival Thug Cleave with Arresta Shaman, but those are still tier 2. Comps like RLS and RPS will also be playable even though they're pretty weak into melee cleaves, so dependent on how the meta plays out, those might also be viable. I think sub-rogues will be alright, maybe even tier 1. They still aren't as strong as DKs or Thralls, but they're definitely on a level where you can compete and even take games of the tier 1 comps and counter matchups. Will rogues be rank 1 viable? Yes, 100%. Will rogues still be fun? Yeah, I think so. I mean, I have been playing rogues since late Mist of Pandaria, and rogues right now feel like a rogue should feel. You have to put some thought into when you press your cooldowns, you do big damage, but you can also die quite easily if misplayed. Be sure to plus skill this video if you enjoyed it, and until next time, peace.